Those things like she sucked her way to the top.
You wouldn't say that shit to my face. Push-up contest. I'm not doing fucking push-up contest. All right, so don't say that shit to my face then. Maybe don't say that shit to my face, dog. Let's go.
You just said that he was not as smart as Kamala Harris, and he was like, "I'm gonna fight you."
Very normal, not weird response.
Not weird, dude. That was not a weird thing to do.
I'm not MAGA, but I'm gonna come up and be mad that MAGA.
This offends me in a way that I need to come up here and defend MAGA.
Amazing. Always a great time, buddy.
Anybody with Norse in their fucking, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's dog whistle. Instantly. No offense to the true Norse people out there, but
sometimes I have some. All right. Anyway, that there was a lot to unpack there. Thank you. Appreciate that.
So much. Yeah.
But I don't think we have to. I think what sucks is I'm trying to like distill this into a very smart sounding thing. There's nothing that permeates this sort of like idiot propaganda wall, like force field that they have, where they just say things that they've heard and think that are true. He said 99% of trans people are liberal. 99.9. I'm like, oh, dog, show me that stat. Well, I feel it in my heart. Feelings over facts is what we say over here in the conservative sphere. Nothing gets in. It like we just bounce from fucking propagandist point to propagandist point, and there's never any sort of critical thought that goes into this. He sounded like a decent guy at points, and then reverted into this weird, repressed, fragile, like scared dude, and that sucks. I wish you guys would just be able to have an actual fucking conversation. I'm guilty of this too. Sure, I get it, but like for the most part, we can have like an actual fucking conversation. You can't. That's crazy.
Norse, of course, says take it back.
I knew. I was thinking of Norse, of course. I was hoping she was in here. She's OG. Anyway, fucking dog.
I wanted to take him to task too on he was saying, that pew pew ownership makes women safer. Like, women in homes where there are pew pews present
haven't saved my family yet, but when I need to.
That other guy was like, I protect my family, and I was like, that's happened? He was like, well, no. I was like, oh, okay, so.
But never
other than
have
the
they
thing
ever
that didn't happen,
used that pew pew against women.
No, but I can also fantasize about it all day. They just fantasize about getting to use it in protection so they can say, I told you so.
Anyway, Dave, welcome to this intense Lion's Den. We're pretty fired up now, so good luck.
Hi, Dave.
What's up, Beta?
Nice. Oh yes. Fuck yes.
I'm just giving you shit.
Damn it, dude. Damn it. I was so excited. I'm trying to get these fucking push-ups in, dog. I didn't do anything. What's up, man?
I just thought that was kind of funny. I've been on here a couple times, and I'm not gonna insult you physically or anything like that. You're in a good shape. Yeah, I've seen your quads too. I don't.
You're a fan. I get it. All right. Sick.
Hey, guys can call guys out, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't think that was a call out. I think it was just a genuine dude appreciation moment.
Yeah.
That's great.
There you go.
Love it.
Guys appreciate
What other dudes do you appreciate? Sorry. All right. Anyway.
No. I just wanted I get. Okay, so behind you got this MAGA is weird today. That's your thing you're rolling with.
And a unicorn.
I saw the unicorn, but you keep blocking.
Sarah.
Yeah, I know. We gotta put her up here somewhere.
I'll cast it up there. So like just based off of that, right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't find, like, if you were to put that on your Instagram, you wouldn't, and nobody should be offended of it, right? Like that should be your liberty to be able to put that like on IG.
No, I think this is pointedly offensive. Yeah, sure. I'm not doing this to like, let's sing Kumbaya.
But it's still in your right to be able to throw it up on IG, right?
Sure, but I wouldn't.
But you could.
Could.
Yeah.
I've seen worse for sure.
Yeah, I mean, so that's why I don't get it. Like you're saying MAGA is weird and all that, but I find it really weird that the side of the government that you like would want to have that taken down if it was something to do with like a sickness that was happening.
Huh. I don't think that those two things are equivalent. So for instance, sure. If I was up here being like,
freedom of speech is freedom of speech, my guy. You can't have it any other way than that.
No, that's not true. You don't. Are there limits to freedom of speech, for instance?
Sure, we all know what you're about to say.
What is it?
You can't go into a movie theater and yell fire
unless it's a Tarantino flick, which is fire, dude.
Oh yeah, you would say it that way.
Fire. All right. Anyway, okay. So there are limits. I'm sorry. Fucking tomatoes. There are limits to our freedom of speech, right? You can't incite violence. You can and say that just freedom of speech. You can't incite a riot, for instance, because it's freedom of speech. Yeah. You go to jail for inciting a riot. There are rules. There are laws specifically tied to things that you say in this country, hate speech, that prohibit that, and are backed up by like law, right? There's other instances where you're spreading sort of like anti-information, disinformation that goes against the public health and safety during, let's say, a out of control global pandemic, where that is antithetical to the health and safety of the public. So like that's an instance where the government can say, don't tell people, Mark Zuckerberg, or don't let other people tell people to take ivermectin and lick doorknobs or whatever the fuck was proliferating on Facebook. That's an instance of like the government acting in the interest of health and safety by limiting somebody screaming fire in a movie theater.
Did you read the email?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Dave, do you think that foreign...
Oh, I'm sorry. I
just had a question for you. Foreign governments...
I'm misogynist here by speaking over a woman. I didn't hear you talking, so I do apologize.
Nobody was saying that.
Weird.
No, I know how these...
Weird self-report there, Dave.
I know how these go, though. So, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Gemini.
Nailed it, dude. Stuck the landing. That was Dave. I just want to know. I want you to know that was like J.D. Vance. Mountain Dew is racist. Fucking joke you did.
Libs will say.
Libs are gonna.
Spread very lightly.
That was exactly the same thing that you said.
Spread very lightly.
I love you guys. You guys, all you people laughing at that awesome joke I said. You know, Dave. You know that was a great joke. Anyway.
Okay, first of all, no, I feel like I have to go back. Speaking of great GT jokes and references, when you said Tarantino, were you specifically referencing in Inglourious Bastards, like the fire in the theater, or was that?
Sure was, dude. Okay, sure was. We're movie bros. I appreciate you.
Okay, all right. So just had to acknowledge that too. I caught that. I see what you're doing, and I appreciate you. But don't
Nazis
talk over me or you're
suck, and it's okay when you sometimes.
Incinerate
at a movie theater. Yeah, right. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
This is better. Great.
Okay, Dave. No, my question for you was that do you think that foreign actors and governments trying to, for instance, interfere in our elections by spreading disinformation, are they protected by the Constitution?
The company would be protected by the Constitution that was putting that message out.
Which company?
Well, the one I think we're all talking about the same one here, right? Facebook.
No,
yeah, the one
I'm
that you
asking
brought
about
up.
the
one I'm bringing
foreign individuals that are trying to interfere in our election by spreading disinformation. Are they constitutionally protected?
Well, if they're foreign, they wouldn't fall under our Constitution.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if they are being instructed, or Facebook's being instructed to remove those posts, is that somehow violating somebody's free speech?
Why should the government have any control what Facebook does as a platform as far as being able to post
No,
memes
listen to her
or-
question again, Dave. Listen to her question again. Why are you concerned with the constitutionally protected free speech of Russian disinformation systems?
Why would I be concerned about it?
Yeah,
I'm concerned about the people living in this country.
but that's not what she's asking you. Okay, one more time. Russia, fact, has disinformation arms of their government that pay people to go on Facebook and type shit that your aunt reads and then tells your aunt's friends that is like harmful to our elections. We know that's true. So why is it that you're up here saying that the government should protect Russia's freedom of speech to say that shit on Facebook, harming our elections? How is that and should be constitutionally protected in that instance?
Okay, but in what I'm referencing, right, the report that came out, the email, there was actually things about COVID.
Sure, but we're talking about this other thing that she asked you, right? We can go back to that after this, but I want to talk about this very salient point that she's making, which is why are you defending Russia's constitutional or the constitutionality of Russia's free speech on an American platform when they are actively trying to sow disinformation into our mainstream media?
Why are we pivoting here?
It's not a pivot. It's literally part of his fucking email.
Yeah,
That
but
you brought up. That's not a pivot, and that was a question she asked you, and you were answering it. And I want you to try and answer that.
we shouldn't. I don't. The whole thing of like our people here would be protected under a constitution of having
Sure.
freedom of speech, right?
Sure,
Okay.
Yes.
but we're talking about Russia.
So if a Russian user would be on Facebook, they would, in my opinion, almost have that same protection, correct?
No.
Well, why not?
Because they live in a different country, Dave.
Okay, point being, they're on a platform though.
Yeah. Then that platform is not that does not protect their freedom of speech. It is a platform.
Okay.
It has no.
So it doesn't protect their freedom of speech. Okay, well, fine. Okay, I agree with you.
Okay.
All right.
So why, in that instance, is it okay to limit somebody's free speech?
With what? Well, I'm being for real here. The limiting somebody's free speech from Russia.
That's your argument, right?
Is what? No, what are you saying my argument is? I'm
That the platform shouldn't be limiting anybody's free speech except for this instance.
But your argument is that they should be
Able to do that, yes.
somebody else's free speech from another country.
Like actively doing harm to the health and safety, which is a pretty big tent of
Correct.
the American people. Sure.
Yep. So where are you lost now when I bring up the whole COVID factor?
It's not
Yeah.
lost. It's the same argument.
It's not
literally the same. It is. It's the same argument.
How is it the same
It is
argument?
the government. It's the government discouraging harmful misinformation being disseminated to
already proved that it wasn't harmful disinformation in
who's we? And no, you haven't.
the United. Yes. When under the Dr. Fauci findings, there was
What was in the
proof,
Dr. Fauci findings?
on the grand on the whatchamacallit, when he had to go in front of Congress.
And what did they find?
There was, I don't know what it was as far as.
I know you don't. Dave, I fucking knew that. I knew that before we even started down here.
We can even take just the one little subject, and that would be the masks.
Okay.
God.
You don't know what that is either.
Sure it is. We knew that masks did not protect you from getting the virus.
That's not what they found, Dave.
That is.
No, it absolutely isn't.
That is what they found.
It absolutely isn't.
We found that.
Why are you saying we as if you were on fucking FEMA right now?
Okay,
You didn't do shit.
They found
they found that 6 feet was just a made up fucking number.
No.
What does that mean? What is that, Dave? Hang on.
Dave.
Just really quickly. How does that, Dave, that they made up 6 feet to try and limit the spread of an airborne fucking disease that was going out of control, right? How does that equate to people getting on the internet from Russia saying, inject ivermectin?
We're not talking about.
I know, but I'm talking about no. I'm talking about Dave. I'm talking about Russia.
Okay.
In addition to American citizens, because that's how disinformation starts.
We want to with.
Hang on, it's both. It's when people go on and say the masks don't work. I'm not doing this bullshit. The ivermectin has fucking there's a Nobel Prize. Blah blah. You should inject ivermectin. It has nanobots in it. They're tracking you. All this shit, right? Mm-hmm. That was being proliferated on Facebook. How is that the same? People saying objectively, COVID made my skin metallic and magnetic. You remember that? That's what's being. How is that the same as Fauci said? Hey, maybe don't breathe on other people. How are you making that same fucking comparison?
Well,
realistically,
I was making the comparison with the meme behind you, right? And that.
No. Stay on task.
No, I am because
Can I ask Dave a question really fast?
As soon as he finishes this,
there was actual evidence that Zuckerberg was asked to make sure certain memes weren't posted.
Mm-hmm. What memes?
COVID memes.
But you don't know what that fucking means.
COVID memes. It says it.
Yeah, but it wasn't like COVID, ha ha ha. It was COVID. It was COVID made my skin No, it was the COVID vaccine made my skin metal. That's a meme that it's funny, but people like you and other people are like, they're finding nanobots in my skin. That's the shit that we're talking about. That it is like objectively harmful to spread misinformation about safe vaccines that we're trying to implement so people don't fucking die. Yeah, that's why we're talking about.
It was even said in the email that it wasn't even a lot of it wasn't even misinformation stuff.
Dave,
we don't know, do we, Dave?
How many rounds of ivermectin did you take?
0.
Hashtag doubt. Go ahead.
Well, that was it. That was your fucking gotcha.
Hashtag doubt.
How many vaccines did you take?
0.
There it is.
Knew it, dude.
I was just waiting for you to follow up.
Why do you think that is? Wait. Why do you think that is?
What dose are you on, homie?
4.
When's your
GT, how many red pills have you taken? Sounds like 0.
Infinite.
When's your 5th one due?
I'll probably get it when I get the flu shot. I don't know why you guys love being sick so much. It's fucking weird.
I haven't been sick in probably 5 years.
Nice. You never got COVID?
No.
So Dave, back to our point. Why did you not get a vaccine?
I believe in the body's ability to be able to fight off flu,
polio.
Cold. I probably was vaccinated for polio when I was a baby.
But why? What about that one? Would you go take the polio vaccine now?
Dude, I was like 4.
I know, but would you take it now if they missed it?
I'd have to make a determination.
Yeah, but what would you make that determination on? Your body's ability to fight off polio?
Yeah, maybe.
Or fucking actual people who have eradicated polio because of vaccines.
Well, right now I'm not talking about polio. I'm talking about
polio, Dave.
I'm talking about COVID and the reason why I didn't get a COVID vaccine.
Sure. You said I believe in the body's ability to fight off the thing instead of getting a vaccine, and I'm saying you don't believe that actually because you'll take vaccines.
It's a lot different than COVID.
Interesting. Why?
Well, COVID is in my opinion, it was probably a pretty harmful strand of flu virus.
Nice, dude. Where'd you go to medical school? What's your opinion? Oh, that's very interesting. No shit. What are you basing this opinion on?
Well, it was the COVID flu, right?
No. What are you basing this opinion on, Dave?
My own.
I know it's your own, but what are you basing it on, Dave?
My thoughts.
Could it be Facebook fucking memes?
No, not at all. Okay,
No,
it might have
definitely
been.
not.
Sure, it
Definitely
might have
not,
been.
dude.
It might have been. It might have been.
You were convinced. I just for clarification, I'm on my fourth fucking. I'm on my fourth booster, right? This thing that you just said as a joke. Look at me. Have I ever been more handsome or jacked in my entire life? Have I not? Has my blood curdled and I've died the way that you people think that it's going to? That this boogeyman that exists that.
Hey man, that's your right. I have no objection with you.
I know, dude. I know, but you're basing your opinion on fucking disinformation that you believed. This is my point. Yes.
No,
yes.
not at all.
As sure as I'm standing here, healthy as a fucking ox. In fact, I think the COVID vaccine is actually, they've got a little fucking Anavar in there. I don't know. Maybe a little Tren. Who maybe you should start taking it, dude, so you can get them gains. My point is, you didn't take this because you heard the opposite of vaccines are going to stop the spread of COVID. You heard it's not real. It's a flu, despite 1 million people dying from it. So many people dying from it, they had to fill freezer trucks outside the morgue because they were running out of fucking morgue space. You were sitting here going like, I'll take my chances because the body. You fucking were like, I probably won't suffocate to death. This is an example, Dave, of this stuff that Mark Zuckerberg is fucking rallying against is exactly the reason, only the reason why you didn't take this. Is because you heard fucking otherwise on fucking social media and you were like, I'm not going to take this.
Not at all.
No, you're a free thinker.
Dave, do you really think that your opinion...
I'm against a lot of medicine, and I don't take a lot of medicine, but just in general.
Natural selection at work? Dave, do you really think that your opinion, or mine for that matter, I'm not a doctor, do you really think that our opinions have equal weight as, like, immunologists, doctors, people who know, for instance, the difference between an influenza virus and a coronavirus?
Yeah, they'd be a doctor, right?
Right. And do you think that, again, people like you and me, just lay folks who do our own research, whatever, I mean, do you really think that your opinion is just as valid as somebody who's a lot more knowledgeable? Or mine. Like I said, throw me in there. I'm not super knowledgeable about this stuff. I have a friend who's an ER doctor, and I for sure defer to her when there's any question about health that comes up.
Okay.
Okay, so there was a question in there. Sorry, it was a little convoluted. But my question is, like, as between me and my friend who's a doctor, whose opinion would you trust more about with medical advice? Like, if you had a broken bone, you're bleeding out, who's going to be more qualified?
Depends on what kind of doctor. There's several different kinds of doctors.
That is true.
Her friend's a podiatrist.
A podiatrist? Then probably.
No, but honestly, anyone who's been through medical school, like, if I just say, trust me, bro, this is my opinion, you're bleeding out, but I think it's a super good idea for you to go jog it off. Like, go for a run around, a brisk walk will do you good. You'll be right as rain.
I'm not gonna speak in hypotheticals because that's way different than the.
Yeah, Dave, you wouldn't ever speak in hypotheticals.
I mean, that's a silly to sit there and say, hey, you got a bad cut, you're bleeding out, versus a COVID vaccine.
What if I say I have some essential oils that you should take for your polio? Yeah.
For your polio?
Uh-huh.
Now we're back on the polio subject?
It's just an analogy, dude. Just try and keep up.
Yeah, if essential oils for your COVID, does that make you feel better?
They could, yeah, possibly.
But this is, we're doing the fucking Norse thing where, like, you to remain ideologically consistent. You're going to sit here and go, I got polio, Dave. To remain ideologically consistent, you have to say, if I got polio, I'm going to take this fucking essential oil that I saw on Facebook and take that. Maybe.
To own the libs.
No, it's not anything about owning the libs. It's about...
Focus.
Yeah.
To remain ideologically consistent, you have to say, I'd probably consider my Aunt Susie saying, I have these essential oils. They're known to cure polio. And you get polio and you're like, well, you know, they're both the same. The vaccine that has almost eradicated polio and my aunt who has an MLM has these essential oils. You have to.
Such a different.
You're sitting here and going, they're the same.
Such a different type of vaccine.
What's different about it? What's your medical degree?
One of them's been tested for, 70, 80 years now, and one of them's been tested for 8.
20.
Guess what? When they were brand new, those polio vaccines, people lined up for miles.
Yeah, what
to
do you
get
think
that.
they did when polio was new?
Well, they probably checked their Facebook and looked at what memes were out there.
Yeah, probably.
Shout out! We can do the goose now as a goal. I'm just very excited about that. I've been waiting for weeks. Okay, anyway, this is not fishing. I'm just letting you know. Dave, you're a free speech champion. This is something that concerns you. If there was equal measure, do you think, of if Russia decided instead of Trump?
Okay, let's take Russia. Let's take Russia out of the equation and let's just speak with the thing at hand here, right? Is that the Democratic Party, as stated, the Harris and Biden, they were named in the email. They were giving pressure to Facebook to limit the amount and of different types of memes going around and COVID information.
Disinformation.
No, it does not say. Go read the email.
I've read the stupid email. I've read it.
Okay, then give me the quote where it says disinformation. Because
But
in
it
Mark
is. The memes, the stuff they're talking about is, in fact, scientifically disinformation.
In Mark Zuckerberg's email, he even states much of this had to do with things other than misinformation.
Hey, Drew, do you think Mark Zuckerberg has a reason behind this? Do you think he was just bored? Do you think he was just bored on Monday and was like, I'm going to pen this email and then leak it?
100%. He
Okay, what is that?
The company
What's a possible?
The company that he owns or is the front of, right, because it's publicly traded now, is worth trillions and trillions of dollars and has
Wrong. Super wrong.
What's wrong about it?
That it's worth trillions of dollars.
I would
Really belies your fucking lack of understanding of what
the
this looks
information
like.
that Meta holds is worth trillions of dollars, and they piece it out.
It's like
Wrong.
tons of grenades that were seized.
It's the same amount of grenades.
Not wrong at all.
Brother,
Not wrong at
brother,
all, brother.
how much is yeah, I'll tell you. How much do we take home federally, the United States, every year?
Do you understand?
Answer this question.
Do you understand what I am talking to you about?
I do. I think I understand what you think that you're talking about.
Why are you
I'm trying to illustrate. I'm just going to try and illustrate your particular ignorance on this.
Like a dog on this one.
I'm gonna fucking.
Let's go. You wanna
I'm gonna
talk about-
illustrate your particular ignorance on this. Are you ready?
Yeah.
How much federally taxes do we take home every year?
Why is it federally?
I'm just asking you.
I'm just asking you. Why are we talking on?
I'm curious if you have any fucking earthly concept about how much we take home in taxes.
Why are we talking on a federal
Dave,
level?
just answer the question. Good Lord.
I'm about to dog walk you, Dave. Put your leash on.
How much does the United States government take in federal taxes a year?
Yeah.
I would probably say, if without looking, maybe 7 trillion.
Wrong.
How much?
5 trillion.
Okay, so I was pretty damn close for.
No, actually, you were off by $2 trillion. That's a pretty massive amount. And second of all, here's why I bring this up, Dave.
Argument. Go ahead.
Here's why I bring this up, Dave. Here's why I bring this up, Dave, is because you think Facebook is worth 1/5 of the American GDP. And I want you to fucking sit there with your tiny little brain and try and conceptualize what that would look like for Apple, for Twitter, for TikTok. What you have you have no concept of what that means, dude.
Yeah. Okay. What's your question to me?
I'm saying you don't know what you're talking about.
Do you realize the amount of information that Facebook holds? And you are talking about this on a federal level, okay? They have businesses across the fucking globe, Tardo. Facebook could literally sell their information, just the information that they gather
did.
on people.
They did do that. You should look this up. You should go look this up, dude. They did do that.
Trillions of dollars, my guy. Trillions.
No.
Yes.
Wrong.
No.
You can just say whatever you want, but like you're wrong. Yeah.
No.
No.
You have to think the information is king, and what they sell to other countries, just from on an information standpoint, dude, they're worth trillions of dollars.
Dave,
I would say right now, I believe their value probably globally would be over $2 trillion.
Oh, we're just gonna slip a little slur right past you there.
I heard it. I'm just trying to continue to try and treat him like a human person, but who knows? Anyway, I don't know what this line of reasoning is, other than I'm still curious, to be honest.
A line of reasoning of what? About how?
Why you brought this up?
About what the MAGA is weird thing? Because you sit there and you fight for this party.
No, it's not MAGA is weird. Why you brought up their fucking their money?
Because you asked me what would Mark Zuckerberg, do you think does Mark Zuckerberg have a reason, did he just write this email on a Monday? Mm-hmm. No, it's because he has a company that is worth trillions of dollars, and he has all of this information. And I could tell you one bit, he's probably trying to get on the good side of Trump right now because he already knows.
Correct, Dave. Here you go, Dave. It's because he wants to cater and pander to soft mush brain weirdos who are going to elect the president that's going to give Facebook a tax break. It's not fucking hard.
Oh my God, dude. Get off of your tax break soapbox, man. Come on. These guys, you honestly cannot look.
I can't hear you through your fucking shit eating here. That is so clearly what is happening here, Dave, that for you to sit here and laugh it off. Hang on. No. Trump has over and over declared that he is going to cut corporations and billionaires a tax break. It's his favorite fucking thing to do. So for you to sit here and go yeah, he's probably sucking up to Trump. Why? Think for 2 fucking seconds.
This is where the disinformation goes so far in a circle that it actually circles back, and they're right for a second. And
he won't be, though. Somehow he'll figure out how to be wrong still.
Oh, am I unmuted now?
Yeah, well, you stop shouting over me, sure.
Okay, so let me ask you the question in reverse then. Why would Mark Zuckerberg take authority from a Democratic Party that isn't giving him any tax breaks? Why wasn't he pandering to them for the last 16 years, dude? For the last
16 years?
Yeah, 16 years.
Except for when Trump was president?
Biden, you had 2 terms of Obama, 16 out of the 12 out of the 16 years.
That's 12.
Okay, the last 16 years.
So what the fuck is your argument here, dude?
Trump in the middle. Why would he just be pandering about it now? What is your take on that?
Because he wants more money. They always do this. Fucking Elon Musk wasn't a conservative supervillain 8 years ago, dude. They eventually need to pick a side here, and the mask comes off eventually, and it turns out it's crazy that billionaires prefer the people that are going to let them keep more of their money. It's crazy. You think Jeff Bezos is out here running fucking Kamala Harris campaigns? No, it's not that. It's not that fucking difficult.
No, they were all at the DNC in their private suites. You know, the DNC, the suites that were going for $500,000 for corporate leaders that were at the DNC, those ones.
You don't want to like talk about the thing that I said, or no?
What about Elon Musk? I think Elon Musk.
If you just stop waiting to talk and listen to what I'm saying, you'll be able to field my sentences better.
Your sentence are just a bunch of run-on bullshit.
Okay, dude. I think it's nap time. Probably.
You just sit and
You should try. You should also, Dave, try and like